Listen, my friend. Come closer to the fire. Let the night surround us. For this story is not meant to be told under the blazing sun. It belongs to the hours when the wind walks slowly and the shadows stretch long across the earth. For what I am about to tell you is the story of Obeng, the man who dared to drink what no human tongue was ever meant to taste, the tear of a mermaid, and lived long enough to regret it. And even now, when the waves hiss against lonely shores, there are those who say the sea still remembers his name. It began long ago, in a quiet village that lived between the embrace of the forest and the heartbeat of the ocean. The village was called Ahanasa, a place where fishermen woke before dawn, where children laughed freely, and where every evening the elders spoke of spirits older than human memory. But among the villagers was one whose heart did not beat like the rest. His name was Obeng. Oh, Obeng was strong. He was clever. He could row a canoe faster than 3 men combined and cast a net so wide it would swallow the horizon. But Obeng had one flaw, a flaw that grows in silence, like weeds beneath the soil. A flaw that blinds a man to danger even when danger stands in front of him. Obeng was greedy. When others caught enough fish for supper, he wanted enough to fill 10 baskets. When others gave thanks to the ocean spirits, he demanded more from them. Even the elders whispered, "Greed is a fire that consumes its own house." But Obeng would laugh and say, "Let the spirits keep their warnings. I will keep my riches." Little did he know, the ocean listens, and the spirits of the water do not take lightly to arrogance. One night, when the moon hung low and heavy, like a calabash filled with fire, Obeng walked alone to the shore. He told himself he came to check his nets, but deep in his heart, he came because he felt something calling. The ocean was strange that night, too quiet, too still. Even the waves that usually rolled and sighed like slumbering giants lay flat, motionless. Obeng stood there, staring into the black waters. When he heard it, a voice, soft, melodic, calling his name, Obeng, Obeng, he spun around. No one, only the wind and the endless night. Again, the voice came, this time from the water. "Obeng, come." His breath caught in his throat. The air thickened. The sea glimmered with a strange light, faint but growing. Then, beneath the surface, he saw it. A glow, a shape, a face unlike any human's, yet more beautiful than any he had seen. She rose slowly from the water, as though the sea itself lifted her in reverence. Her eyes shimmered like twin moons. Her hair flowed like black water. Her scales glowed with hues no earthly jewel could match. A mermaid, a mamiwata. Obeng froze. His heart pounded like a djembe drum struck by a frantic drummer. The mermaid spoke, her voice smooth like ripples over still water. "Do not fear, child of the land. I have watched you." Obeng swallowed hard. You know me? I know your hunger," she whispered. "And I know the desires you hide even from yourself." She lifted her hand, and in her palm lay a single tear, glowing bright as a star fallen into the ocean. "This," she said softly, "is the tear of the deep.
Drink it, and the ocean will obey you."
Obeng's breath shivered. He stared at the tear, its glow reflecting in his widening eyes. Unlimited fish, endless wealth, respect from every villager, power over the sea itself. He reached for it. The mermaid's tone
Hear me well, Obeng. Blessings taken with greed always rot in the hands that hold them.
But greed is a cloth that muffles wise words. Obeng snatched the tear, and before fear could return to his heart, he swallowed it. At once, his body convulsed. Heat surged through him, then cold, then heat again. His vision blurred. The world spun. He saw swirling underwater cities, spirits dancing beneath coral arches, a throne carved from the bones of ancient sea creatures, and voices, many voices, whispering secrets too great for mortal minds. When he opened his eyes again, the mermaid was already slipping beneath the waves. "You have taken the tear," she said, "but know this, the sea will give, and the sea will take." Then she vanished, and Obeng was alone. By morning, the entire village buzzed with astonishment. Obeng, who had struggled to catch even 3 baskets a week, returned with enough fish to feed the village for 3 days. The next day, he returned with twice that number, then 3 times, then 4. His canoe seemed to glide on its own. The fish leapt into his nets willingly, as if summoned by an invisible force. People whispered, "How does Obeng catch so much? Has he made a secret pact? Has he angered the spirits?" But Obeng only smiled, his pride swelling like a thundercloud ready to burst. For a while, he was celebrated,
So many
admired,
fish!
envied. But the sea, the sea does not forget its own. Strange things began happening to Obeng, little things. At first, when he drank water, it tasted like the ocean. When he walked, the ground beneath him seemed to sway like the deck of a canoe. His dreams were no longer quiet. Every night, he saw shifting lights beneath dark waters. He heard the mermaid's voice calling him back, and on his skin, tiny, shimmering scales began to appear. He tried to scrub them off. He tried herbs, sand, rough stones, but nothing worked. Children pointed at him. Mothers whispered prayers. Even the elders grew silent when he approached. Obeng felt fear for the first time, but pride chained his tongue. He told no one of the mermaid, or the tear, or the growing voice in his head whispering, "Return, return, return." Then came the night of the great storm. The sky cracked open with thunder. The wind howled. The waves rose like mountains. Obeng stood by the shore, trembling, for he felt the sea calling him more strongly than ever before. A massive wave lifted, then parted, and from its heart, the mermaid rose. But she was different now. Her glow had faded. Her eyes were dimmed. Her scales no longer shimmered with life. "You have taken too much from the ocean," she said. "Your greed has drained its strength." Obeng screamed, "You promised me power." Her voice, when it came, shook the very air. "I promised you a choice. You chose greed. Now face what comes." The water behind her roared, "You are changing, Obeng. The tear binds you to us. Return the power, or lose yourself forever." A searing pain shot through his chest. Something inside him moved, shifting, twisting, struggling. He fell to his knees. "Help me," he cried. But the mermaid sank beneath the waves, leaving only her final warning. The sea claims its own. The next morning, the villagers gathered around him, horrified. Obeng's hands were webbed. His skin shimmered in the sun. His eyes reflected light like those of a deep-sea creature. Word reached a distant priestess, Nana Adoma, keeper of the path between land and water. She came to Ahanasa, her staff adorned with shells that whispered in the wind. She looked at Obeng and sighed.
"You have taken the tear of the deep."
She said, "No human
Help
should
me,
drink the sorrow
please."
of the spirit." She told him there was only one hope. "You must return the tear to the one it
Spirits
came
of
from.
water,
But the
show
journey
the
will
truth.
test your spirit, and the sea does not forgive easily." Weak,
Hear me,
frightened,
ocean
half-transformed,
that binds him.
Obeng followed her to the forbidden cove. The waters there glowed
I
eerily.
can't hold
The wind
it.
hummed like chanting spirits. Strange fish circled them in perfect rings. Obeng's heart pounded. His legs trembled. His skin burned with the pull of the sea. Then the waters opened, and the mermaid rose once more, this time surrounded by other sea spirits, their eyes glowing with cold judgment. "Obeng," she said, "you come at last. I want to live," he whispered. "I want to undo this." Her gaze softened just a little. "You broke the balance. Now you must mend it." She placed her hand on his chest. Obeng screamed as a beam of light burst from him, the tear emerging like a star being born. The mermaid caught it, held it, looked at it with sorrow, then crushed it in her palm. The sea roared. The earth trembled. Waves surged around them like living beasts. The spirits screamed in voices older than the world. Then all fell silent. The mermaid looked at Obeng, his scales fading, his hands returning to human shape, his breath steady once more. "You will live," she said. "But remember, power taken in greed always leaves a scar." Then, Like mist in sunlight, the spirits vanished. Obeng returned to his village a changed man. He no longer sought riches. He fished only what he needed. He thanked the sea for every gift. He warned children never to take more than their hands could carry. And the shimmering marks on his skin, those faint traces of scales, remained for the rest of his life. Whenever someone asked about them, he would smile gently and answer, "These are reminders that the sea gives, and the sea remembers. Greed is a debt the spirit world always collects." And so, the villagers learned. He who takes more than he needs invites his own misfortune, for even the deepest waters cannot satisfy a greedy heart. Now, my friend, the fire burns low, and the night grows deep. Tell me, if you were Obeng, would you have drunk the mermaid's tear? And which tale shall I tell you next?